Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can install and set up Claude Code on your Windows operating system. So let's get started and let's see how we can do it. So first of all, open your favorite browser and search for Claude Code. And the first link which will appear here will be from code.claude.com/doc/overview. So we are going to click on this link. And here you can see the getting started page for Claude Code. So first of all, you will see the prerequisite. When you scroll down a little, you will also see how you can install Claude Code on various different systems. So if you are running Mac OS or Linux or WSL system for Windows operating system, but on your Windows operating system, you can simply use the PowerShell or your command prompt to install Claude Code using these commands. So let's use this PowerShell command to install Claude Code. So I'm going to just copy this command from here and then open the PowerShell using the search bar. And then I'm going to open the PowerShell here and then just paste this command and then press enter, which is going to start the process of installing Claude Code. You can also see this message which says Claude Code on Windows requires Git Bash. So we are going to install Git Bash on our Windows operating system. So for installing Git Bash on your Windows operating system, just search for install Git on your favorite browser. And the first link which will appear here will be from git-scm.com/install. So I'm going to click on this link. And here you can choose the operating system. We are on Windows, so we are going to choose this tab, which is for Windows. And then you have multiple options to install Git on your Windows operating system. So I'm going to click on this link, which says click here to download, which is going to start the download of this Git exe file. And once this executable file is downloaded, let me just click on this executable file and then let me minimize the browser here. And you can see this is the first setup window for Git. So first you will see the terms and the conditions window. And if you agree with those terms and conditions, just click on next. And this will be the default location where Git will be installed on your Windows operating system. So if you don't have the good reason to change this location, just leave it as default and then click on next. And then you have the select component section here. So all these default checkboxes are already checked, but if you want, you can also add additional icon on your desktop, and then you can also do this check daily for Git for Windows updates, and you also have this option which says add a Git Bash profile to Windows terminal. I'm going to check all these checkboxes and then click on next here and then select start menu folder. This folder looks good to me, so I'm going to click on next once again. And then you have the option to choose the default editor which is used by Git, right? So these are all the default editors which will be available. So right now the default selected is use Vim, but for now I'm going to use the Visual Studio Code as Git default editor, because Visual Studio Code is already installed on my Windows operating system. And then I'm going to click on next. So for now, I'm going to let the Git decide for choosing the initial branch for Git, which is currently master, right? But if you want to use Git with, let's say, GitHub, which always names the branch name as main, then you can also choose this option and then write main here, right? For now, I'm happy with the let Git decide and then click on next. Here I'm going to go with the recommended option, which is Git from the command line and also from third-party software, and then click on next. And then choosing the SSH executable, I'm going to choose here use bundled open SSH and then click on next. And then you can see choosing HTTPS transport backend. I'm going to leave it as default and then click on next here and then configure the line ending conversations. I'm going to leave it as default once again and then click on next. And then I also have the configuring the terminal emulator to use with Git Bash. I'm going to leave it as default. Again, I'm going to leave it as default and then click on next here. And then it says choose the default behavior of git pull. Here I'm going to leave it as fast forward or merge and then click on next. And then you have this credential helper, leave it as default and then click on next. And then configure extra options, enable a file system caching, just leave it as default and then click on install. And now the installation process is going to start, and once that's done you can see completing the git setup wizard. We are going to launch the git bash and then uncheck this option and then click on finish, which is going to launch the git bash session on our Windows operating system, and it's going to look like this. One thing to notice here, and that is you need to have git bash installed on your system in order to use this command to install Claude on your Windows operating system. So this installation is going to check for the Git Bash version, and if it's available, then only this process is going to be completed successfully, right? So make sure you have Git Bash installed on your Windows operating system. Now I can see that Claude Code is successfully installed and the version of Claude is 2.1.37, and this is the location where Claude Code is installed. And you can also see that when I run Claude space hyphen hyphen help, I will be able to understand what are the flags available with Claude, right? So let me copy this command and then paste it into this terminal itself and then press enter. And for now, it's not going to be recognized because we need to close this window and reopen it once again. Also, it says setup notes. You need to add this into your path, right? So I'm going to copy this path here, and it says this path is not in your path. Add it by opening system properties, then environment variables, and then add it to your path, right? So I'm going to copy this path, and then I'm going to just search for environment variables, and you will see this option here which says added the system environment variables. So I'm going to click on this option and then click on environment variables here, and then search for path environment variable and then click on edit, and then add this path here and then click on OK, and once again click on OK, and then once again click on OK. And now I'm going to close this window, and either I can open the PowerShell or the command prompt. So let me open the PowerShell here and then give this command once again, which is Claude help, and then press enter. And this time it's going to recognize this command, and you can see these are all the options which are available. These are the flags, and then you also have the commands like Claude Doctor or Claude install and other options here. So let me just clear this terminal by just typing CLS. And when you type Claude here without any flag and then press enter, it's going to show you this kind of setup window, right? So here you can choose which theme of Claude you prefer. The default theme is dark mode, but you also have other themes available. So for now, I'm going to just choose the default theme. So I'm going to press enter here, and then you have the option to choose select the login method. You have the Claude account with subscription. You also have Anthropic console account option, and then you also have the third party platform billing. So from here, you can either use your Claude account with subscription or Anthropic console account or third party platforms to log into your Anthropic account. And then once you move forward with this step, you will be able to use Claude Code on your Windows operating system. So that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video.